Inflation has eased to 4.85% in March, the slowest pace of growth in the last 10 months. But food prices remain elevated, with vegetable inflation at 28%. Meanwhile, industrial production in February accelerated by 5.7%. This is the highest pace of growth in the last 4 months. Ritu Singh is standing by with the latest.
Well, retail inflation has eased to a 9-month low at 4.85% in March, which is bang in line with what the CNBC-TV18 poll had estimated. Now, this compares with 5.09% CPI we got in February, and it's the lowest print that we've had since June of 2023. Now, some easing in momentum across food, the core items, and some base effect helped inflation come down month on month as expected. Core inflation, which is inflation without food and fuel, that also continued to ease along expected lines at 3.3% for the month of March. Now, food inflation is where the spot of bother has been, and inflation there has come down marginally over the previous month, but it still remains above 7%. So food and beverages inflation came in at 7.68%, and the consumer food price index that stood at 8.52% in March. Vegetable inflation lower month on month, but still reigning quite high. Cereal prices also went up for the month of March. We saw continued deflation, on the other hand, in fuel and light, in line with the reduction in LPG prices. Housing inflation also coming down in March. Food there, RBI has continued to, point out risks. They're going to be watchful of what happens with the heat waves, the ongoing uptrend in crude prices that we've been seeing. So all that could shape up how food inflation goes in the near term. As for IIP, for the month of February, it came in at 5.7% compared to 3.8% in January. And this is the strongest figure that we've had in 4 months, largely on the back of the strong growth in mining. But apart from that, all of the key sectors, whether that was electricity, manufacturing, mining, they recorded higher growth rates in February compared to the previous month. In the use-based categories, the data was quite mixed, ranging from a contraction of 3.8% in consumer non-durables and a double-digit expansion of 12.3% in consumer durables that we got for the month of February.
Right. Thank you very much, Ritu Singh, for joining us with that important update on the state of the economy. And we are speaking about the inflation rate dipping to a 10-month low, IIP at a 4-month high. Moving on to a CNBC-TV18